June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 3. Oh fuck, I'm here.
Nick,
Yeah?
did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me, and, well... I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl.
And a murderer.
Right, and on top of that, I'm a suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Speaking of really strong, who is physically stronger, Maya, Pearl, or Franziska?
Pearl jumped here.
I imagine Pearl runs like All Might. Yeah.
Two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you.
Hey, morning, Pearly.
You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh? What do you mean?
I have a gun.
You'll do
My
good,
mother
kid.
is coming today to show her support.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
She's interested in court proceedings.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love!
Pearly, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pearl? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you two alone for your alone time.
She does not know what that means.
Thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
We're gonna kill Morgan.
Dun, dun, dun.
June 2, 10:00 a.m. District Court, Courtroom No. 2. Oh, fucking
Oh my gosh, no, we're back in the case. I didn't think we'd be back here. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
I think you're like live streaming this shit.
It's illegal to have cameras in courtrooms.
fool. Shut up.
The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago.
Hey,
When I
us
was
too.
13. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
This is like when a competitor goes to another country and then ends up like being washed. You know, like oh dude, I'm definitely the best in my state. And they go to a national competition and get like 97th.
True.
Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirit today, Miss May.
Shut up.
It's true what they say. Women are really scary when they fight. Gulp.
That's me. When
Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
All right, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What? That's a bold claim. Must be because she's 18. But, Miss Von Karma! Then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that this is Vinci Drops' key.
And you substantiate your claim.
Judge
we're asking
finally
the
asking a goddamn
prosecution?
question.
Yeah. The best case so far.
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this.
Witness, name and occupation.
My name is Morgan Fay. I'm a spirit medium. In a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean by in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Alison, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct?
Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya, then... Spirit severing technique? Technique used to move a spirit from the body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is.
You be quiet. Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct?
Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room. What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Wow.
I don't believe in ghosts.
That's what we're going with, huh? Order! 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 Miss Fay, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Oh, we're gambling.
Yeah.
I escaped. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and opened the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while.
With that patented Maya karate chop.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise.
That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Maya's escape.
That's true. I think we probably want to press some of these. Let me just look through them real quick. So we have the gunshots. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Press that they call the police. A pistol.
That would be one to start pressing,
Yeah,
because we have
let's start
photos
here.
of somebody else being there.
Yep.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Mystic Maya to lose consciousness. Do you understand this? Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? Very painful for me to say this. However-
Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya.
Question further,
further.
yeah.
So, you were covering for the defendant. Well, yes. It was only later I was informed of what had occurred. That renegade Mystic Maya had done something very expected. Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she... Ow!
The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later.
Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? I like
Now,
if you're eating
witness.
rocks.
Continue with what happened.
Phoenix is hungry.
Or
Um,
rocks.
Yeah, how'd you get away?
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes. But you aren't physically larger and stronger than the defendant, right? There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Objection. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Ah! Ah! Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
What?
So you think he has puberty? Like she hit puberty in that room?
Maya was a prepubescent 18-year-old.
And now she's a post-pubescent 18-year-old.
I think she's currently pubescent. 'Cause she went back.
She underwent ceramophosis.
The spirit severing technique stops puberty.
It unpubertizes. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, but however...
Okay. Hit her.
You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed on the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy, witness elaborate on that point for us.
Okay.
Elaborate on not knowing. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. That's true. Then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that
Yeah.
you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
What if the leg stopped working?
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the keyword here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss
Pearl?
Von Karma.
The only person I could think that would fit in a sleeve.
She's ready to move on to her next witness. I can't see a crack in her testimony.
What should we do?
For now, we should try and get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to use it later to our advantage.
So I guess let's press the initial statements too. Alright, let's see. Door.
Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so?
We should start calling rednecks foreigners.
Damn aliens.
True.
I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent a repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey?
Contact the police.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there's a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. That time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted us both out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? Simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. It's what I thought to myself.
Yeah, the wife.
Wow, she's so conscientious. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly what we should
Be quiet, you. Nelson, what the escapee has done, was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone?
Damn,
Wow.
most can't speak.
That's weird.
Pretty crazy.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Meenie.
I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Eenie Miney. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the time at the university.
What is this? Parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say that I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake.
Why can't we bribe the judge?
After the murder,
We should threaten him with Pearl's gun.
like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. So happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. My fave was still in the middle of channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness.
The judge is having his like whole world change. Just blown
He
past
should be
it.
used to this. He's the judge of the underworld.
That's the shoe.
Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Oh, I should have a spook. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered, ooh, by that person.
And there's this like panning shot where it, like showed me in the car or outside the car. That's why I took my revenge. Ooh, it's
This is the
only
panning shot?
fair, isn't it? Eenie. The panning shot was crucial.
She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said?
Yeah, and I know it wasn't a panning shot, but it was part. Shut up. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
No,
Yeah, what?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so as far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
Oh,
That seems
wow.
believable to me here. I
I
don't know.
believe in ghosts now. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is no room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts on more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
I'm glad that she said drabble instead of foolishness.
Me too. All right. All right. Let's go through them real quick. Okay. Who's sleeping
Do
in
it.
the side
Push
room? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Because
press it.
my hot takes, that's all. Freaking lie.
That's true.
Was that because of your sesame allergy? Was it?
Like that's right. I like think there were sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see. I'm the only one who missed the boat here.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Anyway, you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Someone came in the room.
Do you know the time?
Like maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think.
11 a.m.
Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food.
Ah, no. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room?
Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like you should have been more like clear about it.
Sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. Like it's really. Huh?
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness about this person who entered the side room. Like, oh my god. Little sister.
My god.
Oh, I'm God.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. And more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright? Defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney?
He really said, "Did you mean your sister?" And he's like, "I give up."
Yeah, he's tapping out. Are you so happy in like a sad way? You gotta know.
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprised at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But like maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Kurain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning?
No.
So, you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
Yeah, wasn't she like covered in blood?
And also wearing somebody else's skin?
Yeah, and have different hair.
No. Like there wasn't any reason for me to like think anything was strange.
But... Ow!
Don't keep badgering her.
Not badgering. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very important. It's very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I've got to bluff it for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, P-boy, there's blood.
Hey, if there's blood in your pee, talk to somebody about it. I don't know who needs to hear that. All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that.
That's like
Yeah.
good.
I was like scared at all, and her costume looked totally like normal.
Okay, definitely the costume. then.
That's
gonna
absurdly
be it.
specific.
Yeah. This, right?
Yeah.
Or the photo. What do you think?
Photo. Yeah, because that's her sister.
Okay, yeah, good call.
That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eni.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Miney, Mo, may I remind you of what you just said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance,
Like, yeah, and?
but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
It's a blood spray.
Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted that right off the bat.
I don't know.
Wow, she's chewing on her hat. What a freaking
I can't see
weirdo.
red. I don't know.
Order! Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me.
She opened her eyes. That's weird. Ah!
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Her personality is if her eyes are open or not.
Lots of people do that. They get on the stand, though.
It's like Damon Gant.
First of all, calm yourself, Fitness. Like, I'm sorry. I, like, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be.
The murder, part 2. Like, the side room is, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
What?
What?
What did she just say? How did we get there? Well, I was dark. I couldn't tell that there was blood. I told her it was bad to have blood on your clothes.
Yeah.
And then took her to the channeling chamber. Yes. Now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood, except for
think-
when you noticed the blood.
Like, thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright?
No.
If I get whipped one more time because of you... All right. I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
Christ. All right. Eeny, miny. I kind of want to press all of these too, right?
Yeah, it wasn't though, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, like no.
Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Objection! Don't push your subjective opinions on this court. Like, that's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You are such a hopeless cause. Fitness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay.
Can't breathe. Let me out of here.
Sure.
Sure.
No.
You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
Wait, so it was way brighter in the channeling room when they took a picture? You could see a lot more in a room lit only by candles?
Lana had the flash on, maybe.
I guess. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as
Yeah,
well.
true.
That's,
Are you gonna tell me next you didn't even notice the gun?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face.
Mmm.
What? Continue.
Her eyes are up there.
Yeah. It wasn't right to do something like what?
Like what? And what was your sister, Miss maybe Miney, like at the time?
Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray.
Huh?
But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Hey, sorry for, like, shooting someone.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Like, yeah.
We're
Alright.
like really close as sisters.
Yeah. Took her to the table. Like, okay, sure. Apologize, I guess.
Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't shoot you. The sooner the better.
Put your whip away. She says with her whip at the whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
No. Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean?
When? When you...
Oh, fuck.
Okay, hold on. So, things that could be out of place.
Let's
One, Morgan was... we have clothing getting to the incinerator at some point in time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the options were in the side room, on the way there, and arriving.
Yeah.
So she knew there was a body at the crime scene
Mm-hmm.
because her sister told her that that she murdered
She shot
somebody.
him. So that would be expected. Nothing in the side
And
room
then-
crazy. So going to the
So on the
crime
way
scene?
there, I think could point at the incinerator because we have
Yeah.
all of our evidence is basically around what we found in the incinerator.
Yeah, because we have the key.
The key
We have
and the scrap.
The scrap, yeah.
The other
Oh
thing that we
wait,
do
wait,
have.
wait. Pearl was literally.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
and the urn.
Yeah, and the urn. Yeah, yeah. There's like 5 things for going to the crime scene.
I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
He answered rather quickly. Now what?
Yeah, there's like 3 things you should have seen.
Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
Yeah.
It's very important. I
Yeah.
ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
That's not
Very
bonkers.
well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. The channeling
Wow, that's really-
chamber.
Really on the nose.
Yeah, so it's like theoretically there's incinerator stuff
jar.
going on, but I think
I
more
think the jar
importantly
is
the jar.
definitively there because we don't know when it got incinerated.
Yeah, That's
because
true.
like we haven't proven that it was being incinerated at that time or anything
Right.
relevant to it. Because I mean, if they were working together, they both could walk there in
Mhm.
theory and then incinerated after all that. But yeah, Ern.
Yep.
My name is Ern. This is why we wanted Pearl to be channeling, so we didn't, give away her secrets
True.
to everybody in the courtroom. I finally found the fault. Or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie.
Dots.
Take a look at this urn.
Like Earn?
There are cracks. Do you see them?
So, like, what does that prove? Objection. Who cares about some worn-out old urn?
Fake
Like,
land.
yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I?
It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person.
Hear me out. Amy's spirit.
This person. Yes, the ghost of Amy Faye.
What a threatening aura.
Yeah, why is her forehead so proportionally large to her head? But also, her face is, it's not that her forehead is, like, really tall, it's that her face is really low.
It's
And her head's angled downward slightly.
Yep.
But, like, compare that to everybody else's. Look at all the heads side by side and where all of their eyes are, and then look at her eyes.
Yeah, her eyes are like at the bottom of like Gumshoe's nose.
She's looking down at his gun. Reach for
She knows
a
nothing but
cop's
rage.
gun.
That's true.
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Faye's daughter, Pearl. Yes. And how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh! And she happened to just break this urn. Oh! Oh!
Wait, she broke the urn?
Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her steel samurai ball.
It's me.
And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Why did she turn into a ghost?
I get it.
What?
Oh, she's turned into a
Oh
ghost.
gosh. Maybe she's channeling. Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting all the pieces of that urn together, you see? You couldn't see that while you were walking. I'd have to declare you legally blind. And revoke your license. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room?
Yeah, just drop it.
Your lies end here.
What do you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's the contradiction?
Help me, Mia.
I yell that at the judge. Hold on. I don't know what the discernible difference is between the two of these because it's both.
So,
right?
so like something that she said or the evidence.
You want to look at this diagram?
Yeah.
Mia would have had, Maya broke out of the channeling chamber, channeling her sister, ran across the winding way to the side room.
Yeah.
And there's no other way to get there.
Yeah.
So-
and we're trying to contradict that she was just sleeping in the side room. I mean, it was with their testimony right there.
Yeah, it would have had to have been her testimony because all the stuff that she said couldn't have happened if evidence.
Yep.
And earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know.
It's true, at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So, what does that, have to do with anything?
She ripped a hole in her head. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact?
How?
I can see that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way.
She could have used
Is that
her
a
own
ghost
powers.
again?
Yeah.
I thought a ghost. But look in the Manners Guide map. If you were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. How winding is it? It's an L. Yes,
True.
that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Objection. Don't ask a question off of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Felix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah,
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. To channeling chamber.
Yeah.
Faux shizzle.
Yeah.
Take that. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that a crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
She used her
I
own
was
powers,
crying
guess.
at the scene. Order! That's why that is.
Mr. Phoenix
Wah!
Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Now it's simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding?
You admit it.
Where? Where was I hiding?
Are we? We can't look at the.
No, we
thing.
can't.
Can we look? It's bottom right.
Yeah, it would have to be because this is where the bullet was, right?
Yeah, the bullet was over there, and then it went into that basket, the clothing basket thing.
Yeah, the lot was able to fit into.
Yeah,
Okay.
when she was
there.
hiding.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pearl's Ball.
Yep.
Well, here, of course. But behind the folding screen.
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
There ain't no way, and he was hanging out behind that folding screen.
See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so
That's so
quick to
many
pin it on me,
holes.
slime ball.
That looks like mozzarella.
Yeah.
Why is she wearing mozzarella?
She's making pizza.
Cooking. Butter cook. Now, Miss Miney, one so young and shouldn't be saying.
Shut up, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry.
She's 85.
Can we check the court record?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She is 21.
21. I hate us.
Shut up.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. I guess I should help it along.
pizza.
She's making pizza!
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The basket.
Let me go the other way.
Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
That tiny little box, no person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lada disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Objection. But that closing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Yeah, bullets.
Yeah, I came with some evidence. I have a gun. And right now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
It's gotta be the folding screen, right?
Why would it not be the box?
I mean, we just pretended the box, so I was thinking it'd be the folding screen. We can try the box though if we want.
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
take a look at the clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
Ah, this. What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
It's a folding screen. It had a hole that's the same height.
Thanks for proving my point. I hope this has opened your eyes as to what happened. At the time of the shooting, this clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
I don't know.
Wow.
She seems nice enough.
That's crazy. She could have shot herself. Order! Order! So what are you saying?
Objection! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny? Miny? Mo?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. You wore a medium's costume to masquerade, in fact, as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea is that the witness moves the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene as a crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself.
True.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow!
Did I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy.
Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
But you can't be serious.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
Yeah.
Pearl.
Dick Gumshoe.
This person?
It wasn't someone from the Karain village. You couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use.
Morgan the Fae.
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands, because that's a 2-handed gun. Do you deny it? Cricket. You saw that as evidence.
Yeah.
Your Honor, cutscene.
I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife.
She's sleeping.
Next, she hid my client inside of the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected? Yes.
Surprise!
Dr. Gray actually was not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Wasn't Maya in the box?
Yes.
The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray, and bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Look, Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out.
Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here.
Ah. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder.
Ha. Probably me.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Oh, it was me. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving?
What? What is it this time?
Phoenix Wright's dad was the fish walking out of the sea.
Phoenix Wright, return to monkey. Miss Von Karma! Surely!
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose to something due to this petty? I said that word wrong, but whatever.
What in the world?
Shut up, I'm flustered. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is?
If this witness is a real murderer, why would she go through all the trouble?
Huh?
Working together with a medium pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Yeah, well, that's, honestly pretty easy to describe.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive?
We care about motive now in this court?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too.
Maybe just Edric doesn't care about motive.
Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Tearing apart her Swiss cheese hat. A motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is your reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted to kill Dr. Gray is this.
Yeah,
Yeah, the second article, probably.
probably, right? Yeah, car accident.
Reread the article
Yeah.
before...
Oh, too late.
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Oops.
Which is great. Now even she is calling me by my full name.
I think I did this to get... Oh, that was right. Get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch!
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Fight. You failed to support your own theory. Nitpicking and biased, Ivan. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate in this plan. Oh my gosh, what if she is the Mo?
Oh,
Morgan Fay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Morgan.
You don't have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tisk, tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
Nurgurk. What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
Hehe. See, it's just that like I told you.
Huh?
I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
Don't. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Meeny Miny Morgan Le Fay. Hold it! That wasn't me.
Hold it, Your Honor. Please allow the defense one more minute.
All right. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
No, you can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. I was not used in evidence yesterday.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. You want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this?
Yeah. I think
Yes.
if we can't, we just lose.
We haven't seen a game over yet.
That's
Think
true.
about it. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I'm capable, but I just don't want to, I guess.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Ah! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Ah! Avant Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well.
All right.
The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second.
Damn.
Be continued.
Right now. Or next time.
Subscribe.
Tweet us. Follow us. Ring the bell.
We gonna ring that bell.
June 22, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 3.
Subscribe.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Amy could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ah, Miss Von Karma. So why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? It had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
And
You have
daddy
something
issues
better to
immediately.
be worrying about. Shut it. Say your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Because you're short.
You done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Quite literally.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, you won't bring your father back. Yeah.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Isn't like intimidating your opponent like in the court during the recess probably illegal?
Yeah, but she intimidated the judge to make it not illegal.
Ah, true.
June 22nd.
Maybe that's why the guy in like the detention center doesn't move. He's met her.
Frozen in fear.
12:10 p.m. District Court, courtroom in O2.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. Lots of stuff going on here today. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie Miney had a motive? A mole. Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to the court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis went totally tired when she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows, day after day last year. Yes, and there was one talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Guog.
Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Miney's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work on this from another angle. Let me look at the evidence.
Yeah.
I want to see both articles if we
Yeah.
can.
Okay. I can't
Okay.
make this bigger, so
So
I'll practice.
just talk this one through, right? 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. This led to the tabloid thing saying where Gray was like, yeah, no, I didn't do it. I'm a good doctor. It was my shitty nurse,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And then he was blaming it on her, and then it started going through, like, maybe the court system or was getting ready to go to the courts or something like that. And that's when Article 2 happened, and then she died.
Yeah, at the earliest it was like a controversy, and then yeah, she died.
It was at least public controversy that he blamed her for it. And then, yeah, because he talked to us and he was like, and then she went and died before we got the chance to deal anything with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is amenable to women.
Late last night,
Yep.
crashed, flaming wreckage, one person died, driver had fallen asleep at the wheel, 103. Was totally tired and dropped off to sleep. Half asleep, opened the door and got out. If she's to believe, then the one driving the car was her sister. I like that sentence. If Eenie Miney is to be believed, then the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miney. Was the nurse at the Gray Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? The title of the article is Doctor Lurking in the Shadows
Yeah.
on that page.
Yeah. Bro is truly lurking.
Oh, that might be relevant. that
Yeah,
last
let me
page.
see. So May, something bad happened.
Well,
Like
we
the
could
night
probably
accident.
start pressing
Sorry.
on that
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up.
Is that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. Objection. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
Means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis. So, yeah, let's press this one.
She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. Okay, you're right. So it was, like, yeah. That was the thing. it was like a totally terrible situation.
She brought you to the police with her to be questioned?
I guess
It's
so.
no wonder then that when the car accident happened, huh?
Let's see.
So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. Damn, we really going back on. True, true.
But like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
Miss Mimey, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. Anyway, that's right, because the director question mark said that
She just got it.
yeah
He has her license.
yeah.
So that's a contradiction.
Yeah. Well, he said that the original burned up, but he has the license photo. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a photo
Yeah,
for
yeah.
her driver's license.
Yeah.
Director,
Yeah, let's do it.
Director Hottie's most treasured possession.
Ugh.
Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how, ouch!
No one cares. Fitness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What in the? That's what happened, Mr. Wright.
That's fucked up.
At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Irk. Ow!
Cry in my VIP will accommodate.
She has said that before. That is a rehearsed line.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would like let me drive.
Yow!
Don't just stand there humming to
Does
yourself.
she whip me? Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow.
I guess so. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
like how annoying. Oops, like sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Like around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. What a noob.
Especially noob before it was spelled noob. I see. A bright red sports car for sports.
Actually, hold up. Salmonella back in the first game is spelled noobs the right way.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
It definitely
No, you're right.
started out as a noob
Yeah, like newbie.
with a dub.
Yeah.
Getting that W.
Yeah.
Call that beginner's luck. I'd be getting the noob like W.
Yeah.
Now then, the defense may question the witness.
W stands for witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but
All right, let's see what we got here. I think we're pressing. At that time, I was like really close to getting my license.
6 months away. It was really close.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean by really close?
Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
It's true. Well, this lawyer never had a
What
permit.
the fuck?
Why?
Ignorance is to be vipped.
What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue?
He cannot drive, I guess.
We knew
Or I
that.
guess maybe he just wasn't 15. Anyway,
He doesn't have a license.
that's true. Oh, no, you're right.
She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever?
Let's hear about
Rest it, I guess.
it. Yeah.
Why did she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think the car's getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Damn.
Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it? Dude, the judge definitely has project cars. That's what he
Yep.
does in his off time. He just rolls under a vehicle.
Yeah.
And then he says things like, yeah, it's like an XRT, LT, Sport. You know,
I don't know.
in
Figure it out.
1987. People would be like, oh, that's a good year for the
Yeah, yeah,
XLT, LT.
Oh, that's
It was a
good
new
sandwich.
car.
Yeah, she, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. That's the United Kingdom.
The UK. Were those her boyfriend's initials?
Yeah, and it was, like, a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
Guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic.
Yeah, why not? What car you got?
I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yeah. Ugh. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Alright, fine.
Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. This new car was a totally special model from England.
She said it was from the UK.
Oh, that is different. Does that matter?
It's a rhombus square kind of situation. Yeah, even though they seem, like equivalent, England is, a part of the United
No, I
Kingdom.
meant this new line testimony.
Oh, well, I mean, depends. If you're like a European who gets upset about this thing, it's probably relevant.
I guess I'll press it. I don't know.
I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars.
Ask for the heck of it.
For the heck of it,
Yeah.
yes. So yeah. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit of owning one.
Like, huh?
The whole steering wheel on the right side thing? It's kind of goofy, isn't it?
What do you know? That sleek shape, the part of the engine, the wildway starts, the smooth handling, the raw-feeling manual transmission, the cool breathing of the AC.
Forgive me. Wait, the raw handling? Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
What is she talking about?
Why does she know so much stuff about cars
Oh, true.
if she doesn't even drive? She said the way it
Yeah.
handles, the nice transmission, and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. That's something that people who don't have a license would say.
Yeah.
Also, wait, can we look at the article? Two women's were not able to escape. It revealed that the driver had fallen asleep behind the wheel, was tired, and dropped off to sleep. It just crashed, woke up flames, was half asleep. But I opened the right door and got out.
Oh, I didn't even read that. What? Like, I
Yeah,
skipped
she
that
got out
line.
of the right door.
That's the driver's side.
That's the driver's
That's
side.
the driver's side.
Wait, no.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
the driver's
yeah,
side. I was
yes,
like, no, it's
yes.
not.
Yes, it
Because I
is.
was thinking the United States is backwards from Japan standard also.
No.
They're like, Miss Miney, do you remember this article?
Huh?
It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out? That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
I don't know. I
Wow,
don't
that's
trust those
crazy. I
British
didn't think
people.
this was going to be relevant questioning, but whatever.
cars are cool.
Order in the car!
Man, cars are so cool.
Order!
Oh man, I want to show off my car.
Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Any sense the person who was driving her was an older sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
We connect all the dots, and there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask a court a question. Eni or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Okay, hold on. Ready to cook?
Yeah.
Mimi was driving. We're talking to Mimi. Her sister died. You didn't let me cook.
No, I trusted your cooking so hard that I mashed it
I didn't even
instantly.
get a cook. I was barely in the prep, man. I just cut the carrots. Where's the rest of the entree?
the meal was already
the
ready, bro.
appetizer.
The viewers are
it's
hungry.
like a 4-course meal. Oh my gosh, they can
The
starve.
viewers just want their quarter
If you're
pounder.
watching this, die. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eeny Meeny, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. That's why she knows so much about cars.
The next...
That's why she knows so much about cars. Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic rules is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This fitness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name
Dick
is
Gumshoe. He's
Maggie,
here.
but spelled with an E-Y.
Yeah. Let's go.
Why? Did you see the health bar, by the way?
Yeah.
For being wrong?
Yep.
Jeez. Meeny Miney, that is your real name.
Objection! Avoid a foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance?
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No!
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. Well, that's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then, what is they found at the crash site?
That was the body of the real Eeny Meeny. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Meenie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the car crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered with the whole channeling conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
God, his name is Turner. Yes.
That's the Timmy variety.
Before the channel, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Miss Von
Why did you
Karma?
say my name just now? I've been unmasked. The witness? Okay. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go as far as to throw away yourself? Become your own sister. I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
Probably the
First
malpractice,
article.
right? Yeah.
That's about some malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. Mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. A few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Is she wiping the tears with the shredded version of her hat?
Yeah.
Unbelievable! A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. Only hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo.
Becoming Eenie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why does Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma.
You're gonna enjoy the news tonight, Miss Montkarma. How about you? It's going to be a broadcast all over the world, right? Well, your defeat, that is. Yeah, ow, ooh, ah.
Jesus.
And one more for good measure. That was 5. He's dead.
Can we get the
Phoenix, hang in
the
there,
GTA
Phoenix.
wasted screen up, Jeremy?
Phoenix, what happened? Phoenix! Phoenix!
Guess who else is gonna need extreme facial surgery?
This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then! It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Ooh, he's gone.
Confetti! Oh, hey, Maya.
Yeah. How'd you get there?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Jesus. January 22, 3:13 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 3.
I'd like to point out they didn't even remove Francesca Von Karma out of the courtroom.
Why would they?
Literally beat her opposition unconscious. It's
Yeah,
two
it's
court
fine.
cases in a row. Are we gonna have amnesia again?
I hope so.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis.
It's the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time that they've talked.
Yeah, aw. What do you think about that?
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? Not yet, you didn't. It was all just a dream. Really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box? That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
Huh?
I don't want to be the freaking culprit. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with the plan like that? I don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't you just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was...
Presumably to think of the Branch family.
Yeah. I just don't know what evidence we have for that. Can you go left?
Oh, probably because Pearl. Pearl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looking at her.
But Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Karain village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family, my aunt.
No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Everything was done for her sake. It's also that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so.
Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement. Cell 13. What? Oh, it's you.
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, cooperated with that whip hippie prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.